Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
Okay, so I'm still reeling from what happened this past weekend. And frankly, I need to vent and maybe get some validation that I'm not crazy for feeling this violated. My mother-in-law, Inez, I'm going with Art Thief Inez for now, thanks to my friend Alexis for that gem, pulled a stunt that still has my blood pressure through the roof. You guys know I love baking and crafting. It's my stress relief, my passion. My best friend Alexis is due any day now, and I had promised her the most elaborate, custom-themed baby shower setup. I'm talking a 3-tier cake shaped like a hot air balloon with delicate sugar animals floating in baskets and handmade little cloud and star decorations to match. I've been working on it for weeks, every free moment, late nights, early mornings. The shower was scheduled for Saturday. Then, around 6 p.m. on Friday, I had everything laid out in my spare room, ready for final assembly and transport Saturday morning. The cake was crumb-coated, chilled, and partly decorated. The sugar work was meticulous. The decor elements were drying. It was a masterpiece, if I do say so myself. Then Cole, my wonderful dear husband, gets a call from his mom, Inez. She's gushing about how she saved me, how she knew I'd be too busy, and that she took care of it. Cole was confused, and then he asked what she took care of. She then casually drops that she borrowed my baby shower setup, the cake, the sugar animals, the cloud decorations, because she saw it all laid out, and obviously I wasn't going to get around to finishing it, so she donated it to the local charity bake sale for their children's event. She said she even told them it was from Mia, who is so talented, but just too busy to deliver. I nearly dropped the phone when Cole relayed this. My baby shower cake, my best friend's baby shower cake, given away to a random charity event without a single word to me. I was beyond livid. I was heartbroken. All that effort, all that love, all that time gone for a generic bake sale. Cole, bless his heart, immediately knew how crushed I was. He went straight to his parents' house to talk to them while I just sat there, staring at the empty spare room, tears streaming down my face. He called me about an hour later, sounding stressed, asking me to come over. I hesitated because I knew Inez would gaslight me into oblivion, but Cole said he needed backup. So I went, mentally preparing myself for battle. Art Thief Inez, of course, was out running errands. Convenient. Edwin, father-in-law, was in the living room looking sheepish. I stood by the doorway, arms crossed. Father-in-law, Mia, I am so sorry. I thought Inez had cleared it with you. She said you were just leaving it all out there and it was going to go to waste, and that you'd mentioned being overwhelmed with Alexis's shower, so she was just helping you out. Me, helping me out? Edwin, my ladder, and all my specialized tools were laid out next to it. Does that look like I'm abandoning a project? I've been talking about Alexis's shower for months. You know how much this means to me, how much I poured into this cake. And even if I was overwhelmed, which I wasn't, you don't just take someone's hours of work for another event without asking. Father-in-law, she told me you had too many other cakes to do, and this one was just extra. She said she was doing you a favor, saving you from having to find a home for it. Me, I actually snorted. Extra, this was the cake, Edwin, the centerpiece. When have I ever made an extra 3-tier hot air balloon cake? You know I put my heart into every custom order, and I certainly don't find a home for my projects. They have a home for a specific client or event. Father-in-law, I truly thought she had permission. She even brought back a small vanilla sheet cake from the bake sale, saying it was yours and I should put it in the fridge. Me, a generic vanilla sheet cake is not my custom hot air balloon masterpiece. Where is Inez, really? Father-in-law, she went to pick up some more supplies for her next event. Right, another favor for someone else. Me, Edwin, this is a massive breach of trust. One text, one call, that's all it would have taken. You know Inez does this. She oversteps, she assumes, she helps when no help is wanted, and always without asking. Father-in-law, you're right. I messed up. I should have called you. I've already told Inez this can't happen again. She just gets carried away with her good intentions. Me, good intentions don't excuse theft and blatant disregard for my work and my commitments. Can I at least get my sugar animals back? or my special cake stand. Father-in-law, most of it was already distributed. The cake was sliced up. The decorations, I think they were given away with the slices. I did manage to get your fancy cake stand back from the charity, and I have a voucher from them for any baking supplies up to $200 as a thank you for the donation they thought you made. So I got my cake stand back, and a voucher that barely covers the cost of the specialty ingredients for that one specific cake, let alone my time and effort. Edwin also promised to pay for a professional bakery to make a new, simpler cake for Alexis's shower last minute, which was something at least. But it wasn't my cake. It wasn't my art. Cole and I are installing a smart lock on my craft room and possibly a small camera. Not to be petty, but to prevent surprise assistance and borrowing of my projects. We're putting Inez on a very strict info diet, especially about any major baking or crafting projects. No more sharing detailed plans or showing off progress. I was planning to make a special custom-embroidered blanket for Inez's birthday next month. But you know what? Art Thief Inez can have a store-bought card. Hope her good intentions were worth destroying my trust and our relationship. Hope she enjoyed her charity bake sale recognition, because she'll never be seeing another handmade creation from me again. Am I overreacting for crying over a cake and some sugar animals? I feel like I have every right to be furious. This isn't just about a cake. It's about a complete disrespect for my property, my time, my passion, and my boundaries. Readers universally advised Mia to maintain firm boundaries with Inez, emphasizing the protection of her creative space and projects. They urged Cole to remain a strong, united front with Mia, prioritizing their immediate family's well-being and trust over Inez's good intentions. User Boundary Boss 99 said, "OMG, Mia, you are not overreacting. That's not helping out. That's outright theft and a massive boundary stomp. Your creativity and time are valuable. Keep that info diet strong and lock up your craft room, girl." User MilSurvivorX said, "Inez sounds like my mother-in-law who rearranged my freshly organized pantry because she knew I'd do it wrong. This isn't about the cake. It's about control and utter disrespect for your personhood and passion. You have every right to be furious." User Playing Devil's Advocate said, "While she was definitely in the wrong for taking it without asking, maybe Inez genuinely thought she was being helpful, especially if you had mentioned being stressed. A miscommunication perhaps, but still unacceptable to take your property."
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.